Hello everyone, welcome back to LearnWire. Today we're going to be looking at Neuronwriter versus Outranking, and we're going to be specifically looking at the optimizer tools within them. We're not going to be creating any content or anything like that. We're going to look at existing content and see what each tool says about the content. So we're just kind of doing a comparison between these two tools, being that these tools started off as, I know Outranking has developed into a much larger tool set like Surfer or Phrase. Neuronwriter is right behind them. They also have an AI writing feature, so they're very much the same category of tools where they are kind of trying to do it all, which is content optimization first is probably how you would define these tools. So they're basically Surfer and Phrase alternatives, but they also have a lot of other features, and they continue to keep growing their tools. So we're going to be looking at these. I'm going to pull up one of my sites this is just like a test site, guys. I don't really do anything with this site. I haven't added any content to it. It's Lose Weight Report. And I'm going to be using Coddity to do some of the analysis. So if I actually go and look at like organic keywords over here, I wanted to find one. Now I know that one of the articles that just basically gets all the traffic and everything is this this wrestling article, but we're going to come through here and look at this other one that stands out: how to lose weight while on bed rest. Okay, so if we go and check that out, it's saying that it's ranked number 8. So we'll go over here to Google, how to lose weight while on bed rest. And you guys can go and try to copy this niche. This is one of the hardest niches, probably a top 3 hardest niche to get into. That's why I really don't want to put any of my time into this site. In fact, I may sell this site. It's got a really nice structure, and it's laid out. It's got some good content on it. I think 30 to 50 articles, but this is one of the hardest niches online to rank for. So it's a really competitive niche. So you guys do yourself a favor. Don't go and try to copy this keyword or anything like that. It's just going to be really hard. But we are going to scroll down here, and we are on page 1 for this keyword. And so how to lose weight while on bed rest, we can actually go and check this out. I did use the same theme that I used on some of my other sites, which is the Project 24 theme, Acabado or something like that is what it's called. And you can see basically talking about losing weight while on bed rest and things like that. So, yeah, okay, pregnancy and bed rest. So a decent article right here. But what we want to do is we want to take this content, right? I'm going to take this content down to here, and I'm going to copy this, and then we're going to go into, let's go into Neuronwriter first. New query. So there's the keyword. I'm going to say start. We'll come in here to Outranking as well, and I haven't been in here in a while. To Outranking, they are constantly changing their interface, which they're making improvements constantly, which is great. But sometimes it's just kind of, you log in and then you're like, what's different now? Where do I go? I think it's strategist if you have existing content. So we're just gonna say lose weight. Is that the keyword? How to lose weight while on bed rest. Yep. How to lose weight while on bed rest. Okay. Add sitemap, action project, create this. Okay. So, okay. I think I might have had that wrong. We still are going to go over here to creating new SEO content brief. That doesn't explain it because we're not creating a new brief, but we can go over here to optimize content right here. And we can go to advanced, or we can go to easy. I'm going to try to stick with easy, optimize. So I believe, so that looks like we can actually put in our URL here. So that's cool. I'm going to go copy here, go to right here, throw the URL in here. And create a new document. It's going to go and do its thing. We'll go back in over here to Neuronwriter, how to lose weight while on bed rest. It's saying that it is a 0 difficulty keyword. You guys take that with a grain of salt because, well, while I was able to rank my site on page 1, I have articles that have been on that site. I hired writers to write the content. It's pretty decent content, and you know, the site really never took off. So this is a very, very hard niche to get into. So let's see right here. We're going to go and click on this, and then it's going to go and ask us. So there's our site right here. So we'll actually probably take that one off is what I like to do. And then I like to go and add maybe something else like right over here, 1400 article right there. According to this, we have some pretty decent content at 63. We only have room to beat out 1 as far as content, so that tells me that we need backlinks in order to rank, because our content should be ranking higher over here. We'll go and check out. I'm curious on Neuronwriter too. I want to go and see. Last time I've tried to use it, like when I try to go up and use this little chart wheel up here, it's supposed to go and help us break down the keyword and give us, but then it just stays here in this update queue right here. And so that's something that's it's kind of strange, because we want to go and actually check out what's going on. Maybe it just takes time to develop. We push the update button right there. It should update everything. Maybe it's just searching for that stuff. So I'm going to push reload. And then we come back over into here like this, and then I go and click on it again. We reloaded everything. And okay, there we go. It worked this time, guys. Sometimes I've come back into here after pushing that reload button, and then it still just says that you need to push the refresh button, and it hasn't worked for me. So this is cool. This is one of the things I really like. I like the simplicity about Neuronwriter. I really, really do. I find it just so easy to use. Some of these tools are just getting so hard to figure out how to use. While I like Outranking, it can be very intimidating to use this tool. I do like how it brought everything in right over here. Let's go look at our score. So we have a 67 with just uploading the article. I love that you can upload the article directly from a URL. And it's giving us a 67 right here. It's saying keywords and topics. We did a great job covering that. Word count, we are really low on word count. So we can probably improve there by adding more content, and that might help us rank. Neuronwriter, I don't really know if you can just add a URL to optimize, but I want to come through and look at this. So when we come in here, domain authority, live strong, we're probably not going to, like right here, this is bedridden. We're not going to be able to rank for this keyword, at least in the top position, because we're going against a DA of 90 and they are optimized for this keyword. I mean, it's close enough, right? So we're not going to be able to rank number 1, but there is a little bit of hope right here looking at this, like 26 right here. How to lose weight while on bed rest. You can see that the people are going after this keyword. They're optimized as well, and they have a better domain authority. So, and then they have better content. So, they have, on-site word count. So a little bit more content than us, but, this is going to be a rather difficult to rank for, because look at all the other domain authorities right here, 90s, 60s, 40s. It's going to be very difficult. Mine, the tool saying 10. I think it's 10 or 11. So that's kind of one of the reasons. It's nice to be able to look at this and be like, okay, yeah, that's why we're probably not ranking. We can look at backlinks right here. So here is somewhat of a good news right here. The backlinks right here for this page is 0. So that just tells me that they have better optimized content. This would have been a little bit more kind of confusing to me if this would have been a low number, because it'd be like, okay, so they have worse content and they have no backlinks. Why are they ranking? But they do have a higher domain authority as well. So anyways, that's kind of how I analyze that, guys. We'll come back into here. We do need to go and paste our content in here. I don't think, now set your target URL for the analyzed keyword. We can go and do that. It's actually right there. So I'm going to go ahead and click this. I haven't used this feature, but I'm going to go ahead and just do it. Select target URL has been updated. Do you want to reload the page to update? Reload. So I think that what this is telling us is that if your site is already ranked, it's going to maybe pull this one out, or somehow the software is going to understand that, like, okay, so your site that you're trying to optimize is in fact this URL, and so but it doesn't pull it in. It doesn't pull the content in. Perhaps try to auto import article text. So import, enter the URL address. Here it is. Okay, so this is maybe how you guys do it, actually. Import. Let's see if it imports. Okay, so it imported all the content. Super cool. Didn't bring in the images or anything like that, but that's okay. And the recent content and stuff, but this is good. We would just be able to just copy this. The only issue with that is, the copy and paste back to the site would be tough, being that there are images on the site. So we may run into issues with the copy and paste, but we're going to look at this a couple different ways. So for now, we're at a 56 right here. And the top position's a 45, the top 10 are a 46. So this is saying that we are optimized to rank in the top 10. We are ranked in the top 10, but we are ranked number 10. So this is a lower score, but what we're supposed to do is take our title and go and put this in. Okay, so it did bring in. That's cool. I like that, guys. It brought in the title and the meta description that we probably could do better with the meta description. It's not optimized. So let's see right here. We could maybe change this right here, and let's see if we can get this score to go up. Okay, so I really optimized that. It did bring it up 1 point because we fully got our keyword in there. So that's cool. We're going to go back to the content over here. So this is where we're at as a 57. In relation to the top 10, we are 11 points better than the top 10, and we are 12 points better than the first position. Let's go back to Outranking and kind of see what it says. It's saying that we need to target a 64 and we have a 67. So I'm kind of trying to see where and there's some cool things you can do with Outranking. You can actually click the advanced button. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to change everything, but it's going to give you a ton more options. But I like this just simple right now. Right here, when we're looking at the score, it's just telling us what our target is, and I don't know what that's based on, if that's based on the top 10 or top 20, but it is saying that we have a better score than we have an optimized piece of content is what it's saying. So we could try to get this to go 10 points higher and see if that would help us rank. But I think overall, if we're just looking at this, trying to compare apples to apples, where Outranking is saying that we do have better content than what they're asking for to rank on the top 10. And so we have a 67. It does quickly tell you what you could improve, which is the word count is low, and then title, related keywords and title, and but we do have the title completely optimized, but maybe it's asking for another, if we could sneak in another keyword would be helpful. It does give optimizing existing content guidelines specific to this page. And you can actually you could use this to to go hire people, and it's going to give all the keywords right here. So it really does a content brief. So you can actually go out and have people write the content for you, and they'd have all this information to go off of. So it would really help. And then it would come out here and give more information right there. So the bottom line is, looking at this, is that we're just a little bit over what they are asking for over here. And then we go to Neuronwriter, and our score is way higher than what they're expecting. So if we looked at this just from an obvious standpoint, we are ranking on top 10 without any backlinks and with the lowest domain authority on the page. And both tools do say that we have good content, that we have better content than than the rest of the content on the page. So they both, in that respect, are accurate. One thing I'm seeing right here is that we're bringing in 1,400 keywords right here, and it's saying that we are about 400 words over. So it's saying the target. It doesn't tell us what the target is. You kind of have to do the math, but the target is about 1,000 words right here. It says right there, 989, top 10 medium, 1,047 words right there. You have to actually hover over the I button. So 1,000 words. Go into outranking. Where's the actual article? I mean, actually, where's the article? This is not the actual article that they pulled in. So I'm not really sure what's going on with this. Okay, guys, so I'm searching everywhere for like how to find the article that we supposedly brought in from the URL, and it's even right here, but I'm not seeing anything. So I'm gonna actually go like this and remove everything. I'm gonna refresh the score. It should basically be 0 or 26, just for having the title right there. We're gonna come back over here and grab the content and just paste it in. Again, I don't know why that's not really working for us, but nonetheless, we're going to come back in here and paste the content in. Here's the actual content. Okay, so this, I'm going to push the refresh button now and see where we're at. Okay, so here we are, guys. So we're at a 51. The target is a 64. So we're at a 51. The target is a 64. Okay. So our current content right now, they're saying that we need to get to a 64 and it's at a 51. So we're going to look at all this content right here. We're going to come back up and look at, we're doing okay with the title. I don't really think we can do anything with the related keywords title right here. Best rest exercises. It's saying these suggestions that we could, or we could actually ask for more ideas. We might come back to that, but keyword topics, over here. Now this, once you make it to this point in Outranking, this is a really slick user interface right here. And so from here, now there is an advanced feature. I'm not going to use that right now. We're just going to stick with the easy mode right now. And then right now it's just going to tell us that here's all the keywords that we can add in here. So like we have calorie calculator in here 3 times. And so we don't need to worry about that one. But all these ones that say 0, and this is something that these are in different shades. So it's saying calorie calculator as H2 right here. But these are all like yellow. I think they have different shades of yellow. So I think that it would be cool if they like did something where we could, you know, either, yeah, like right here, these are the opportunities, or the dark yellow. And then there's kind of like a green color, if you will, is strongly suggested, and then most important. So there's nothing in here that's the most important. So these are just all opportunities right here. We start adding this to our content. We move this up. And in this case, I'm going to actually probably do an improvement on this. And if you guys want to hit, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I'll come back and give an update to this piece of content. See if I can get it to push 1 or 2 more spots just from on-page optimization. And in this case study, I'm pretty much just going to use Outranking because it's the one that's saying that we don't have a good enough score. So, so ignore the first part of the video. This right here is saying that if you were just going to take both tools right now, the way that they come out, right, and we paste them in, this tool right here is telling us that the content doesn't need to be any better because it should be it should be good enough to outrank the top 30 right here. See, that's what those numbers mean. We shouldn't have to do anything. We're over on word count. We're over 11 or 12 on the top 1 and the top 10. So we could take this and be like, okay, we don't need to do anything else. Now, I will say that maybe that's not the best way to use Neuronwriter. Maybe you want to try to see if you can get to a 65 or 70 with every piece of content, and that might just be the better way to use it. And so I'm kind of suggesting that like this, you could use this as a guide, but we already know that we're barely ranking number 10, and this tool's saying we're better optimized than them. Now, Outranking is telling us that we don't have that there's a lot more opportunity to improve this content. So, based on this test, I can't really, I've done some Neuronwriter where I've used the tool and I've ranked my content in the top 10s, and I've seen drastic movements. So Neuronwriter works great. I love the tool. Outranking, in this case, I want to use it to optimize this, see if we can get this to 64, and see if we can get this to rank higher. And then I'll come back, and if it worked, then I'll come back and say, yep, Outranking's optimization does work really, really well. So make sure you subscribe so you can see that follow-up video. All right, I just wanted to put these out there. What do you guys think about these two tools and the optimization scores that they scored this content at? One saying that the content is better than the competition. One is saying that it is not. So that's it for this video. See you in the next.